Well, thank you so much for being here tonight. My name is Curtis Sneeden. I am the president of the board of directors of the Disability Rights Center of Kansas, and we are proud to celebrate our 30th anniversary. Our theme tonight is Keys of Change, Past, Present, and Future, and I think you'll find this to be a very enjoyable evening. I'd like to recognize some folks who have been working very hard to make this possible, members of our board of directors and then also the staff over there at DRC. DRC is a nonprofit agency. It's a 501c3, so our board is all volunteer, and several of them are here tonight. They all put in a lot of work, and we're very proud of the work that board does. If you're here, maybe you could kind of raise your hand where you're at, and I'll zip through the names, and we'll give you a round of applause when we're all done. Kathy Dawson, I saw Kathy. Wesley Marshall. Maria Martinez, did she make it here from Dodge City? Ed McKechnie, not able to be here. Mike Oxford's with us tonight. Thanks, Mike. Gerald Perkins is here. Rita Robinson. Chris Testorf, I saw Chris. Thank you, Chris. Jennifer Thomas in the back of the room. Hi. And then Angela Waters has joined us tonight. Thank you, and I'm Curtis Sneeden. I'm the president. Thank you to all of our board members. You do a great job. Thank you very much. And then there are the folks who have day to day been putting in the effort to propel our agency toward fulfillment of its mission. You'll be hearing more about that later, but I'd like to point out some of the staff members who are here with us tonight, DRC staff. Maybe you could do the same thing, stand and wave where you're at when I call your name. Nick Kobos is here with us. Tabitha Johnson, she has really, I think, been kind of the cruise director on tonight's event. She's been working very hard tonight. Kathleen Wilson, she is an advocacy supervisor at DRC. Tim Voth is our intake attorney. Kirk Lowry is the litigation director. Hey, Kirk. Lane Williams is one of our attorneys. There's Lane. Summer Duke, one of our attorneys. There against the wall. Catherine Johnson is one of our attorneys. Karen Eager, one of the attorneys. Mary Curtis is an attorney with DRC. Debbie White is our fiscal officer. And then Rocky Nichols, many of you know Rocky. He is our executive director. That's your staff at DRC. Thank you. They do a great job. We're very proud of them. Now, we're also privileged to be joined tonight by some members of our state legislature, and they may be spread all throughout the room, but as I call your names, maybe you could raise your hands as well. Thank you so much for being here. Lana Gordon is with us tonight. Representative Gordon. Representative Jerry Henry is with us. Representative Harold Lane is here tonight. Representative Dennis McKinney is here. Mr. McKinney. Representative Terry McLaughlin is here. There you go, sir. Thanks for being here. Representative Gene Reardon is here. Representative Don Schroeder. Some of you may pick up some applause from your constituents there. Congratulations. Representative Sue Storm has joined us. Hi, Ms. Storm. Representative Ed Trimmer is with us. Representative, there you go, hi. Representative Vincent Wetta is here tonight. Hi, sir. And finally, Representative Jerry Williams. Those are the members of our House of Representatives. Thank you for being here. As you know, these men and women work on legislation which can have a huge impact on Kansas with disabilities. We'll be hearing about some of that later in the program. We also have some folks from our state Senate here tonight. Senator Greta Goodwin is with us. Very good. And then finally, we are privileged to be joined tonight by the Secretary of the Kansas Department of Labor, Jim Garner, is with us. Thank you, Secretary Garner. As well as the Secretary of Kansas SRS, Don Jordan, is here. Secretary Jordan, thank you so much. Now, in all the hustle and bustle, I wouldn't be surprised if maybe somebody got left out of that list. Are there any members of our state legislature or our governmental administration who have joined us tonight? Hello, sir. Everyone's pointing at you. Welcome. Yes, sir. And I'm sorry I don't know your face to just call out. Representative Phelps. Representative Eber Phelps has joined us. Thank you, sir. There may be some pizza left for you. Thanks for being here. I'm told that Representative Rocky Fund has also joined us. There you go, sir. Pleasure to see you. So I think we've designated all of our dignitaries, I believe. Thank you so much. So the plan is tonight that this event will run from 7 to 8:30. That is the plan. We have gotten a little bit of a late start, and we've made some quick adjustments to the program to try to keep you on schedule. Now, if you booked a ride on the Topeka Paratransit system, we have a pass where we will pay for you to ride home. So stop by the sign-in table, which is over here, on your way out, and see one of the DRC staff or any of these people with buttons, and we'll help facilitate that for you. And if you haven't already, I guess maybe, I don't know how you want to do it, but on the way out, would they sign up for the door prize, or? Okay. Well, my thought was that we could hand those pieces of paper around, and anybody who hasn't signed could sign during the program. Does that work too? At any rate, if we get to the end of the evening and you haven't had a chance to sign up, please stop by the table and do so. Our lovely prize tonight is a spa gift basket, and we'll call the person who wins after the show. We're also using this event as a kickoff for our brand new website and initiative to help register people with disabilities to vote. You can find that at www.ksdisabilityvote.org. That's so intuitive, I don't think I'll spell all that out for you. It's ksdisabilityvote.org. Like many Kansans, many people with disabilities are not registered to vote, and DRC is trying to change that. And as a thank you for attending this program and to promote voter registration, we are giving everyone a free backpack. Now this is awkward. My script says, hold up backpack. You were probably expecting more than that, weren't you, when you read the, yeah. It's beautiful. You won't have any trouble getting this through security at the airport. We'll take it on faith that these backpacks do exist and are in the building. And there are lots of cool goodies inside, I'm told, a DRC t-shirt, a video about the agency, etc. You'll get your backpacks at the end of the event. My hero. There you go, sir. This is the backpack. Beautiful. Thank you. These men are on the program, and they scrambled around to help us out with that. Thank you. So our theme tonight is Keys of Change, Past, Present, and Future. The key is the common thematic element that we'll be visiting tonight. The past will be told by two heroes in the story of Willowbrook. They'll lead off our event tonight after we look at the video. They are Dr. Mike Wilkins and Bernard Carabello. We are very honored to have them with us tonight. It was really Dr. Mike Wilkins' master key that unlocked all the doors at Willowbrook. It was Dr. Wilkins who called a young, energetic reporter in New York, Geraldo Rivera, and blew the whistle about problems at Willowbrook. It was Dr. Wilkins and his key that helped expose the nation to the tragedy of warehousing of people with disabilities in places like Willowbrook. As fate would have it, Dr. Wilkins now lives in Kansas City, so he was able to join us tonight. Now, once inside Willowbrook, Geraldo met a young man named Bernard Carabello, who at the time had spent 18 years in Willowbrook. Bernard's passionate plea and Geraldo's reporting of the atrocities at Willowbrook were another key for change that helped unlock the minds of many Americans, including key members of Congress. After Willowbrook and other tragic examples of institutionalization, Americans started to realize that we don't have to accept institutionalization and the warehousing of people with disabilities. In 1975, Congress demanded that reforms be made to the Federal Developmental Disabilities Act to create an independent protection and advocacy system to investigate and help stop atrocities like Willowbrook and to protect and enhance the rights of people with disabilities. In Kansas, the protection and advocacy system is DRC of Kansas. Now, you might be wondering what an institution called Willowbrook in Staten Island, New York has to do with DRC here in Kansas. And it was Willowbrook that was the key for change that subsequently created DRC Kansas and caused Congress to mandate that every state have a group like this to protect the civil and legal rights of people with disabilities and granted them the access authority to do so. Now, many of you probably are familiar with the story of the Kaufman House down in Newton, Kansas, and it was DRC's access authority granted by Congress that allowed us to get into the Kaufman House and empowered us to obtain justice for the victims of the Kaufman's atrocities. Now, while we set up the video clip that you'll be watching, which will kind of open our program, I'd like to call Chris Testorf up to the podium here. He is a member of our board, and he will, after the video, introduce our two speakers. This video summarizes the Willowbrook story and helps introduce you to our first two speakers, Dr. Wilkins and Mr. Carabello. This video is taken from the Willowbrook documentary called Unforgotten, as well as the original Geraldo Rivera exposés. I want to warn you, some of these images are graphic. They can be startling, but please note that this story does have a happy ending, as you'll see when you hear from our speakers. So with that, let's go to the video, and then it'll be Chris's turn.